We have a $25 donation from Atomi saying, excited to see some Beat Saber. Thanks for the amazing event as always. And looks like we're ready to go. So we love our rhythm game showcases at GDQ, and this one is going to be fantastic. Here is Beat Saber Expert Plus Showcase with GDQ's own Kungfufruitcup. Take it away.
Hello! Hello, everyone. How's it going? I'm Kungfufruitcup. I know you've probably had to deal with too much of me this week, but hopefully this will be something really fun for you all to check out. I am playing some Beat Saber. This is a virtual reality game, if you cannot tell, where you basically become a Jedi, and you'll have blocks coming at you in rhythm with the music, depending on a number of circumstances, that you will then use your controllers to slice through the blocks, while avoiding a couple of obstacles, and it's super fun rhythm game. It is, it has made having a VR headset totally worth it. Just in general, just for this one game. Just want to explain a few things about the game before we get into it. Also, something very important, I am joined here by the one and only Scent, our prize man. How's it going?
Hi, Fu. Happy to be here. I don't know a ton about Beat Saber, but I love rhythm games. I love Jedi, and you're awesome, so I'm looking forward to this.
You're awesome. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, everyone. I said it early in the interview, but this is a different aspect to what I'm used to with being involved with GDQ, so I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna work out our jitters by slicing some blocks. It's gonna be super fun. In terms of difficulty in Beat Saber, it starts on easy, then you have normal, hard, expert, and expert plus. Now, expert plus actually has quite a range of difficulty within that, so we're gonna see like kind of a taste of the range there. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it. Another thing to mention right now is that right now you see me like I'm immersed in the game. This is the third-party software that I'm using to create the mixed reality view that we have right now. So it's still all first person in for me for the headset right now. Like, here's the menu, and now I'm facing away from the menu. So everything will still be first person in my headset, but it'll be third person for you all because it's a fun view, and you won't have to deal with like my jostling headset around because, you know, I like to move a lot. You can also notice on this side, we have something called mods. Now, Beat Saber has some great bass songs. They're fun. They have some extras, some packs you can buy. These packs are unfortunately not DMCA friendly for us, but there's a really large and amazing modding community. The Beat Saber modding community is fantastic. They've done so much. There are like all kinds of amazing things I've added. I think at the top you can barely see a little bit of a clock. I have like, you can upload playlists, there are modded songs, and all kinds of things within these modded songs, like different colors. You'll notice that some of my obstacles have like rainbow LED effects. That's a mod. All kinds of amazing things that you can do with the mods in here. So like super huge mega shout outs to the modding community for making amazing maps, most of which we're gonna be playing today. I'm only playing one song from the base game. Everything else is a modded song, but they're amazing. And then also shout outs to like the true Beat Saber pros as well. You should go check them all out. They really deserve it. This is a community that deserves like to have more eyes on it because it's just so fun. So we get previews for each song that we're gonna be doing. Now for the songs that I'll be playing, again, I'm starting with kind of like the easier side of Expert Plus, I would say, and then moving up. So as we play, you'll see blocks coming at me. My red controller is gonna be a red Saber, so all of like the left hand hits all the red blocks, right? And the right hand is blue, so it'll hit all the blue blocks. And then there will be modded songs that have different colors. Whatever matches your Saber, that's the side block you hit, and vice versa. There are also walls that will be coming at you. You need to avoid those with your headset. And then there are little spiky bombs. You need to avoid those with your Sabers. Otherwise, they'll break your combo score and they'll lower your fail meter. There's like a white fail bar that'll be at the bottom, similar to what you would see in like a Pump It Up or a DDR. So if that bar goes all the way down, you fail the song. And in terms of fail versus no fail, we'll use no fail today for a few songs because there's a chance with marathon jitters, things like that, and occasionally your brain being like, I don't know what this pattern is anymore. We'll just have no fail on for a few songs just so we can, be marathon safe. I'm gonna keep the HUD on during this first song so you can kind of see how the scoring works and check out the fail bar at the bottom. And then otherwise we'll be turning the HUD off because then it's just more like pure gameplay and it's super fun. So anything I should mention, Sent, before we get started that you can think of?
I think we're good for now, and we'll fill in the blanks between songs as we go.
That sounds good. Yeah, I have other types of like maps to talk about, but I think I'll touch on those as we like continue on. So we're gonna start our first song. There's a little like feet pads here down in the center, and you stand on those to make sure you're all centered up. And then we're gonna get ready to go. So here's a little Banjo-Kazooie. A lot of these are gaming songs. We have some gaming songs and some Monster Cat songs, and it's gonna be awesome. So we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Here we go. So you see, I'm hitting the blocks and according to where the arrows are faced. And as you can see at the very bottom, there's my fail bar. So this goes with like the actual melody of the song. Different songs are gonna have different things that they're mapped to. Like sometimes it's the actual rhythm, like the bass rhythm. Or sometimes it switches back and forth between like the melody and like the bass part. Like it's just different. So, it's just all learning and experimenting. These blocks right here with circles in the center, you can just hit in any direction. See? So again, we're starting a little simple. I have extra mods on to help me track how much I'm scoring per block as well. But that's part of why we're gonna turn it off because it's distracting. So that is just an example of how a map goes. It's good. Anyway. So for now, we're gonna go ahead and turn this off. Between each song, I want to allow time for donations because you all are amazing and we have a lot of amazing games left to play, incentives left to fill. So Marphoria, let's have a donation.
Sure, we have a $50 donation from Eminent Master saying, more Tazbot and Zelda? Yes, please.
Oh, speaking of Zelda, actually, we're going to be doing a Zelda theme. So again, we're starting with like what I consider to be a lower end of Expert Plus difficulty and working our way up. So if you want to see like the really fast stuff, definitely stick around toward the end of the showcase. You'll see it really amp up and turn into something really fun. And to anybody who's new that I've been talking to, they're like, I can't read that. I don't know what you're doing. So, so we're gonna go into a Legend of Zelda theme remix, which is really awesome. And you'll notice in this one that some of these modders take the walls that are supposed to be obstacles for you and turn them into art. It's just pure art. So you'll see at the beginning that it's not, the walls are not there for obstacle purposes. And there are other tracks that have like, there's some that have maps in them, like actual blocks to hit, but they're mostly just like there's one it looks like you're just walking down a street with like light posts and benches. It's insane. Like all the things that they do with mods in this are insane. So let's give this one a shot. This one starts a little slow. So Sent, do you have any questions? Otherwise, we'll leave it to another donation.
I think something we should probably go over very quickly is the scoring system in terms of accuracy.
Sure. Yeah, so you can get up to 115 points per block. And just based on hitting the block, you'll get a certain number of points. But then also, how close you get to the center of the block will add additional points to that to get you closer to that like 115 score. So for those who are trying to work on their accuracy, like I actually am, you can do things like there are like custom modded accuracy campaigns that you can do to work on that. I know in the base game, eventually when you do like the single player thing they have to teach you the game, they'll get to an accuracy section, but that's relatively small. So full swings are going to get you better scoring as well. So like full wrist motion. Like that.
It's not just timing, it's also follow.
Correct, yeah, to an extent. So the scoring goes like from failing grades, oops. The highest grade you can get in Beat Saber is a double S, and then S, and then A, B, C, D, etc. is an amazing song, by the way. One more second. So usually these walls right here, the obstacles are base game are red and all the bombs are gray. But for us, unless they've modified the color to be a static color, you'll see the rainbow. You can also see with the modder has done some really fun stuff with the background for like light shows. All right. So that was The Legend of Zelda. It's so fun. Alrighty, let's get another donation.
Sure, we have a $1,000 donation from Jade
Oh my
Heart
gosh.
saying, have had
Woo!
this Beat Saber run on the calendar since seeing the rhythm block at Fleetfoot Towels. So hyped.
Aw.
You got this, Kung Fu.
That's so nice. Thank you. I'm trying to see. So yeah, out of all the maps that we've done, I'm just looking over my notes, you know, I tried to pick ones that obviously would just be safe for stream, so we were quite limited in what would be available to play. Although I think there's some really great, amazing maps in here. You know, obviously we were at quite a limit. I think I've gotten all that stuff down. When I do put on no fail, I'll remind you all then, but the highest score you can get is a C because of the modifier. That's probably good for now, and then we'll talk about different other types of maps in a bit. Next up, we are going to move into some Megalovania. Now, you'll see I have two different versions on here. This is a track that I'm working on for the future. It has an insane amount of wrist dexterity that you need to pass. So we're gonna start with the normal version. And that might be in like a future GDQ or something.
All
All
right.
right, let's do it.
We all have that song that's our nemesis in the rhythm game.
Yes.
Share.
Yes. That's my it's like my one-day song. This is still a great map though. And again, each song I do will be amping up in difficulty in one way or another, whether it's more complicated patterns or just a faster speed. So you'll see this does like a lot of crossover. That's a plateau that people tend to hit as newer players, is learning to like naturally cross over your arms for notes. Because it certainly doesn't feel natural at first. See, I dodged those bombs with my sabers. And that's why you gotta be careful about crossing over it, because you can knock the controllers together. All right.
Very nicely.
Thanks. I think it was okay. I think it was okay.
I mean, it doesn't look like you had a bad time at all. That's false advertising right there, Sans.
Dude, this one will provide you with a bad time, but I know that there are some like really amazing people out there who can just like totally flawlessly double S that score, but we're getting there. Every time I play, I try to practice a bit more. I think that's kind of how it goes with rhythm games. Next up we have, I believe it's Mad Monster. Yeah, Mad Monster Mansion. So this is the version that's in Smash Ultimate. It's awesome. You'll see this is the first example, I believe, that we have different color notes coming up. Super fun. Just because of one pattern at the end, I've been doing really well with it lately, but I'm just gonna have no fail on just in case. It's really fun. And another example of like cool mods that you can add in, it's just like tons of purple and green. It's amazing. And there are also like maps that you'll see, and I kind of explained this in the interview, that are like noodle maps or mod maps. And they have like notes coming in at like different speeds or like flying in from the sides, things like that. I haven't really tried many of these at the moment because I only recently learned about them within the means of Beat Saber. But they're really, really cool, and you should definitely check those out. Noodle maps are fascinating. Any other, let's get a donation in as well before we start.
Sure, we have a, oh goodness, I just saw it. Oh, we have a $50 donation from Pharaoh's Queen saying, so excited to see Fu show off her Beat Saber skills. Best of luck, Fu, from your fruit basket.
Why, thank you. So sweet. Let's go. Okay. Oh, okay. This is so fun. I think that would have been fine without no fill, but you know what? You always got to be careful.
No harm in some marathon safety. And as a reminder, the C rank there was because of the no-fail modifier.
Correct. I don't think you can see me selecting. Yeah, you can't see selections over here. But you'll see, like, without any modifiers, it says max rank with current modifier, double S. As soon as you turn on no fail, it says C. Let's get in another donation while I get the next song ready. Ooh, this one's fun.
Sure, we have a $25 donation from Rebecca saying, this donation is for my mother who took one look at Kungfufruitcup's hair and told me she loved it too much. She needed me to donate right now.
That's really sweet. Thank you. All right, so this is for the first of several Undertale-related songs that you will hear on this list. It just seems like there's a large group of people who really want to map Undertale songs, which is totally understandable. I have like more on the side that I could like play, but you know, that's not on the list today. But there's many good Undertale tracks, and this is one of them. This is also a good example of, you'll see some more creative walls. It's more like surrounding, like they're forcing more of a track. And you'll see what I mean throughout this. Now we're actually starting to pick up like a little bit of speed. Yeah. See the I was gonna say see the track, but like, yeah, yes. The one downside to having the wall on the floor is you get a vibration every time you hit a note, but also every time your sabers are in a wall. So it's just like extra rumbly controllers. And you can see these doubled up notes here, just to make it harder. Little Kirby for y'all. There are maps you can also do with one hand only. So if you want to train one arm, you absolutely can. There are also 90-degree maps and 360-degree maps, but those don't look good in third person. So like the notes come all the way around you in a circle. It's crazy. It's clever. Oh, fun. All right, let's get in another donation.
Sure, we have a $250 donation from Dragonfly saying, awesome to see Beat Saber at GDQ. Have a great run for Kungfufruitcup. Looking forward to seeing these GDQ events. Way to go, tech team, all runners and commentators. Beat cancer.
Agreed. All right, in 2 more songs, we're gonna take a little break and talk, and because, you know, that's why not? To make sure that we don't get too worn out. But I will say that the last songs in the set after we take a little break are going to be the most intense. So definitely stick around if you want to check those out. Next up we have, wait a minute, which one did I put first?
Trust me, you do not want to miss those charts. I've seen a few of them. I can't even read them at that point. They look like nonsense to me, and I love it. Also, Fu, I just want to let you know that you comboing that song out has filled chat with determination.
Oh, thank you, Chad. Yes, thank you. Yes, I am also filled with determination. I actually forgot a song, so we're gonna do this one, and then we're gonna do this one. This is another song that starts a little slow. So actually, we have time for like another donation or a question. So let's get into a donation.
Sure, we have a $250 donation from Beefski saying, great event, great runners, and great community. Beat those blocks, Fruit Cup.
Thanks. We can get another one actually. This takes like a minute.
Sure, we have a $25 donation from Dweeba saying, my word, she's going over a full hour. She sure is.
It'll be around an hour. It'll be fun. I have a little bit more time actually.
Sure, we
Do you
have,
want to? Yeah.
not a problem. We have an $87 donation from Bob's Chaos saying, let's go, Fufu. Show them how awesome this game can be.
What's up, dude? Thank you. I want to see that Link's Awakening incentive met, so keep donating for that.
Yeah, we're about half of the way there. So if you guys want to see that, and you know,
awesome.
we still have some time for that. So get those donations in if you want to see those bonus warps.
Sweet. All right, here we go. So this is a really good example of a song that has like long strings of patterns that are attached. So hopefully my brain doesn't just burp out on me. But once we get into the chorus here, you'll see what I mean. It's just long, continuous pattern strings, which is cool. It's great for endurance training. Especially if you need ones that aren't like too fast with patterns. In the extra range. How about one quick donation? Just wait a sec.
Here we have a $25 donation from Lady Applesauce saying, a haiku? Who plays Beat Saber, sorry, and Tazbot will break the games. No choice but donate.
Yeah. I wonder what Boot Saber would be like.
There's lots of boosts. All right. Fun stuff.
there's an example of a good continuous pattern. Let's get another donation because we can. I'll have some water.
Awesome. We have a $25 donation from Bewitched Pixel saying, had to donate during Kung Fu's run for such a great cause. So proud to see her first showcase during GDQ. You're great. Rooting for you.
No, you're great.
Rooting for you from the TV downstairs. Also, let's go Tazbot, everyone.
Yeah, I can literally open the door and yell at her right now. Thank you. Pigs, you're adorable. Okay. This is gonna be another example of good, pretty continuous patterns. It's really fun. I'm gonna use no fail for this just because it just every once in a while my brain's like, I don't know, I don't feel like it, but I think we'll be totally fine. Just trying to be extra safe. You don't know me like you say. Sent, if you have any questions, this is a bit of a slow start, so this is a good time.
Well, I had a quick note to make, but also just something to say that I heard from chat. Apparently the Beat Saber servers are overloaded right now, and nobody's really sure why. I wonder what could be causing that.
I wonder.
I'm trying to save my questions for our break, because before we had talked about how, much like me, you're someone who really can't, like, if you start thinking about how you rhythm game, it just all falls apart. And I don't want to do that to you right now, because you're killing it, so.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Talk to you soon. Another great song. All the songs I'm playing today are great, but just really fun. These are the default walls and bomb colors, by the way.
I've been so cold. I break the hourglass so much time unfold. I try to make it back in this raging sea, 'cause I'm way too deep. 'Cause I'm way too deep. hourglass and watch time unfold. And I try to make it back in this raging sea, 'cause I'm way too deep. 'Cause I'm way too deep.
All right. You can get a donation now. It's just ending the song.
Sure, we have a $250 donation from Stonewall saying, we're playing Beat Saber.
I think it's also important to mention, I'm using a Valve Index. So those of you who are like, I really want to get VR, which headset should I get? If money is not an object to you, or you really want to invest in something that just like is the best on like the regular VR headset market right now, it's the Valve Index. I also was able to add a little mod for it that I found that has like fans in the front to help pull the air out of the headset. It's so great. It's best tracking. Otherwise, there are plenty of other good options out there, you know, that you can do. If you need more entry level, you can get like the Rift or a Quest or something. They are still moddable. The Quest is gonna be a little bit pickier. You can brick it if you try to mod it, so you just have to be careful. There you go. So, we're also gonna do the next one on no fail, just in case. I've been practicing and it's been fine, but occasionally certain points, you know how it is. But this is where it starts to really amp up, in my opinion. Really, really fun. So if you enjoy this and you want to see something even more quick or intense or anything like that, then definitely stick around.
You really don't want to miss at the end of the set list. I think when the first chart we looked at, we went, wait, what? How do you play this? Also, we promise the song is not swearing. It sounds like it,
Oh, right.
but Fu is a good bean. The song is fine.
Yes, I've played this song many times. It's not actually swearing. I promise. Seriously, I've heard it a lot. I would never at a GDQ. All right, let's get into donation while it's amping up.
Sure, we have a $50 donation from Tomato Walrus saying, my wife actually took a nap so she could be fully awake to watch the Beat Saber run. You're doing great, Kung Fu. Keep it up.
That's so sweet. All right, let's get another one.
All right, we have a $10 donation from Comfy Miku saying, as a small mapper for the Beat Saber community, I had to donate for bringing this wonderful game to AGDQ. Thank you, Kungfufruitcup, for getting the game out there and hopefully bringing more players to the game.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. Check out the modding community. They're so great. So many good mods and good maps. Here we go. Right now I'm doing something called fencing, which is just small movements just for scoring purposes. Because for some reason, I'm just really bad at getting good scoring with like those little, like, right in front of you repeating patterns. Oops. I promise that wasn't a swear. right. There's only one more song that I'm going to be using no fail on. If we fail any other songs, I'm going to attempt them a second time because they're short. But I think I'll be all right. Should be. Well, I might use it for one more, but I'm gonna take a quick water break. Why don't we get into donation and then see if Sent wants to chat for a little bit.
Absolutely. We have a $25 donation from Sean saying, I just told the whole house to stop what they're doing and watch this Beat Saber run. Mind blown.
That's
And
really
just a
sweet.
quick reminder, we still have that donation incentive open for the Link's Awakening during the TazBot runs, and you guys have been smashing that so far. So we still have some time to get those donations in.
Yeah, it looks like we only need about $76,000 to get there, and I know we can. But for the
Yes.
moment, Fu, how are you doing? How are you feeling right now?
I'm good. I'm definitely starting to sweat. It's a great workout as long as you're continuing to push yourself farther, because your body will get used to the maps that you learn. But yeah, I'm working up a sweat. I've got the fan on here, drinking some water. Again, the songs only get harder from here, but I think it's just 5 left, I believe.
For sure.
6.
So
6 left. I'm done.
This isn't
I'm
your
silly.
first, physical rhythm game. In the interview you mentioned you kind of had a history with
Just Dance and DDR.
Yeah, Just Dance and DDR. I was completely blanking on exactly what we were talking about. But have you ever played any other rhythm games, any like Bimani games or maybe console home ports?
I've tried a few like in arcade, but I haven't really dabbled in enough to be like, I've really played this game. It's mostly been like Dance Dance Revolution was something that I did like years and years ago that I still have like tons of passion for. If I ever see it in an arcade, I'm like, I want somebody do it with me. So I think that's part of the reason why I gravitated to Beat Saber so quickly, because it definitely feels like a translated version of that, just from legs to arms and from mat to VR. So it's just something that I was like, oh yes, I'm getting like the same kind of high.
For sure. I wanted to ask, I was going to ask if like the physical nature of both of those games matter, but something else I'm curious about. Have you ever played like an instrument or piano or anything? I've noticed a lot of these charts seem to have like one of the hands playing either like a certain rhythm or along with the melody, and the other is kind of jamming along to the bass line or just hitting some accent notes. So I'm curious, maybe you've played piano or something that would give you some experience with that.
I have actually growing up when I was back like in grade school. I took piano lessons for like 8 years. Not that I'm any good at it right now. I was always very slow at reading, so I'd memorize pieces. So yeah, I had piano, and then I would also sing some.
Don't worry, I'm a violinist, and I don't think I've played in the better part of the decade.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know, though. That's cool.
That's actually what I was going to ask you next. The discussion of reading versus memorization. As both a musician and as a rhythm game player, being able to sight read, having pattern
Horrible.
recognition, and just straight up memorization of your chart or your song are kind of the 3 things I think we lean on the most. What do you think you do most in Beat Saber? Are you fully memorizing these charts? Are you just looking for specific patterns that
No.
you're trying to get?
No, it's interesting because I feel like maybe that's kind of the opposite of piano then for me, because piano I'd have to memorize because I do it by sound. With this, it's much more like a sport. It's more like anything where you have muscle memory for stuff. And I'm sure that comes with like actually getting good at reading piano notes or just any kind of sheet music. But you really, you learn patterns. It's just super muscle memory. So sometimes I'll zone out while I'm in the middle of a song and think about something and then realize like, oh, I have a really good combo going right now.
And then you think about it a little too hard, and it all falls apart.
Yeah. Then I'm
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? Get better scoring. And I'm like, oh no, I'm missing notes now.
I do the exact same thing whenever I'm playing a rhythm game. I'll be like, how am I
Right.
doing this pattern? Oh, I'm not. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. So I've noticed that happening on and off so far, like today even. Where I'm in it and then I'm out of it.
I know you mentioned a little bit earlier noodle charts and some of the other like cool gimmicks that people have done in Beat Saber, doing like 360 charts. I've seen people doing videos where they have like the sabers attached to each other, and the chart is
Yes.
almost like an obstacle course where you have to avoid walls and mines with the limitation of the sabers stuck together. What's like your favorite gimmick you've seen in Beat Saber?
My favorite gimmick, I am all about aesthetic. So like there's some that just have versions where you don't have notes at all and you can just sit there and watch a light show. Or like I'll turn on No Fail and I've sat there on stream and be like, all right, we could play this one, but it's much more fun. Just like watch it. Just watch it, chat. It's just like beautiful. Like I'm just considering the amount of time and effort that these modders are putting into these maps to make like actual scenery covering you. There's like a really cool, I think Castlevania inspired song that I almost put on this list that it just looks like you're being covered, like you're walking through like the halls of like a castle. It's gorgeous. The 90 degree I think it's 90 degree, and the 360 degree maps aren't as, I wouldn't say they're as popular, like not within the modding community, not really within the pro community as much. It's something that Beat Saber added that's cool. The Darth Maul one, which is like the double saber, is really neat, but that requires like extra stuff. So.
Oh, that requires some additional hardware to make work.
I believe so. Again, I haven't actually attempted that myself. But again, I think noodle maps is something I'm super new to. So watching it is really fascinating, but it definitely requires like, it's gonna require more actual patience and learning like, oh, this note's gonna stop, I don't hit it yet. I'm just used to like a constant stream. So it's a newer thing for me.
I know you mentioned the Index was the headset you were using, and that you really liked it, but I have to ask, did the Index come before or after you got into Beat Saber? Was this a purchase where you were like, this game looks awesome, I gotta get a great headset, let's do it? Or did you already have a VR headset and you just kind of found Beat Saber somehow?
I had an original Vive. I had just a regular Vive headset, which I actually don't mind. This has a better refresh rate, a better like field of view, and it's a slightly better like quality in headset as well, like better resolution. But the original Vive has these controllers, which in my opinion feel really nice, like Saber hilts. So I actually liked using those. But you know, I'm gonna go for like a better image and nice tracking. So you'll notice that when I'm holding these, and you can do adjustments to like modify the direction of your controllers. So I'm still kind of like feeling that out and testing stuff, but I wanted to go with like what I already knew for the showcase. This is how you typically hold a Valve Index controller, but I hold them like this because it still feels more like an actual like hilt. That's just my experience.
Awesome. One last question, and I'll let you get back to the set list if you're feeling good enough to do it.
I'm feeling great.
Awesome. Well, something I always feel like is that rhythm games are for everyone, but not every rhythm game is for everyone, if that makes sense to you. So from your perspective, who is Beat Saber for? Who's going to love this game when they pick it up?
If you like Dance Dance Revolution, Pump It Up, anything like that, and you're looking for an upper body workout, play this game. If you just want to work on your shoulder and arm endurance, play this game. If you want to try new things in virtual reality, this is probably the first game I'm going to recommend to anybody. I don't know. I want to recommend it to anyone who's like willing to try it, just because it's really fun. It's hard to say like to actually break down rhythm games in general to say like what's more for who. But keep in mind, you're gonna be sore all the way from your neck through your shoulders and your arms, like. And then if you have like wrist problems, this is probably not the game for you.
That's fair, and that's a glowing review from you, Fu. I think if you're feeling well, I think we can get back to the set list.
Oh, I'm ready. So, for those who have decided to stick around, you get to see the much higher level stuff happening now. So, the base game actually has, if you go into their extras, they have Crab Rave, which is a Monster Cat song. However, we're gonna be doing a Camellia remix of this song, which is a little faster, and so in my opinion, it's more fun. Oh, I think I left No Fail on, but that's all right. I don't need it for the song.
is entirely crab notes.
Yes! All I could ever hope for. Chat, thank you. I didn't have no fail on. Ooh, that's tough. Should we just finish it up? Should we just finish it up?
I say go for it.
Ooh, I was having trouble with my wrist, I guess. So when you start a song, you always have the middle of the fail bar. And so if you're starting from a point they're having trouble with, it's gonna be harder for you to like catch back up. What do you think we should do? Let's just do this. There you go. I'm so close to the end, too. That's what happens in a marathon. That's the first time I've nailed up songs since the first time I played it, actually. So I think the problem with using no HUD on is that I can't see when I miss. And sometimes I'll hit a note, but it won't actually vibrate on my controller. So it's hard for me to tell if I'm, like how many notes I'm actually missing sometimes, so. All right, so that's the end of the song. Let's get a donation in.
Sure, we have a $250 donation from Beat Saber Modding Group saying, love seeing custom maps and of course, Kungfufruitcup. Way to represent the community for a great cause.
That is very sweet, thank you. Oh, so
also,
nice to hear from them.
Ooh, I do just need to let you know that Camilla actually is watching right now and tweeted out very excitedly about Crab Rave being part of the set list.
So I actually learned recently that Camellia like loves Beat Saber and like super supports it and just like loves when people are involved. And there's so many amazing Camellia like maps, modded maps. And there's like an actual Camellia base set mapping. They're really, really tough. If you need a challenge and let's say you have like the PlayStation VR or something where you can't easily add mods, just work on the Camellia maps. They are tough. We're actually about to do one. And it's not the fastest map, but it's just, the way that it's just really tricky. It's tricky is the word. So we're actually gonna do that one real quick. This is one of my favorite maps. This was my nemesis for a while. So I should, wait, before we start. Good, I have no fail on. This one's so fun. And you know, it's one of those songs that you pass and then sometimes you're like, I don't know this pattern. You'll notice that some of the notes in this come on like, it's not an offbeat. It's like on the 16th note, you know, or something like that. And they start like at the top instead of like down at your waist length. It's just a really tricky song. Some of these I'll play an expert and be like, this is expert plus level. Well, hi, Camellia, thank you so much. the last section that you'll see that I just like fell on the floor trying to catch my breath. Amazing like how far you can go. This is a section I've been practicing a lot. Oh, it's so tough. It's so tough. I would say this section right here, I'm just letting it go through. Right now, harder for me than the fast section. You'll see what I mean. And sometimes that happens. That's just like, I feel like Sent, you would know this in rhythm games.
Those songs are amazing.
All right, let's do the fun part. This is the hard part. All right. It's my other nemesis in this game right now. It's all Camellia stuff. My other nemesis section of this game is all of these songs in this playlist. All of these on Expert Plus. Really great expert maps. But yeah, Expert Plus is tough. So, that's our last one. Next up, we're gonna be playing Forsaken City, an awesome Celeste song. But before we get into that, there we go. Let's get another donation in. I'll get some water.
No problem. We have a $50 donation from Fizz saying, "So proud of you. All the hard work you put into this, into making this a great showcase of this amazing game is paying off. All of us in the Fruit Basket are cheering you on. Prevent Cancer
Thank you.
Foundation means a lot to me, as early detection saved my mother a couple years ago, and she is now a cancer survivor. Donation goes towards Tazbot playing Link's Awakening."
Good, yes, perfect. Thank you, Fizz, you're great. Fizz is awesome. Also doing stuff with GDQ right now, up at the studio. And we're watching his cat. So, I feel like just because of marathon jitters, I'm just gonna leave no fail on. Just remember that the highest modifier you can get is a C with a no fail. It just goes down from there, so like, that's just something to keep in mind. Again, not something I think that I need for these. Even though they seem fast, it's once you get the pattern, you're good. But if you don't, for any reason, you know. So this one's really, really fun. These are all really, really fun. You can see here that it's listed as Expert Plus Plus, but that's just the modded, like, the person who made the map decided to call it that. You can call them anything you want, like, for example, the Last Goodbye one, that's called Hope.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask Fu. I mean, you kind of mentioned that Expert Plus was like the end.
Yes, but
It's like a really
so
wide
good.
skill gap
Yes.
because everything that's beyond Expert is just Expert Plus.
Exactly, exactly. That's the thing. I wish they had more categories beyond here that we could go into, because then like you would know, you're like, oh, this belongs here. So this is listing itself as Expert Plus Plus, but you know.
For sure. That's definitely
Yeah.
a problem Bimani Games
Yeah.
had for years of just like,
Right.
this is a 10. This is also a 10. This 10 is
Yeah.
like 10 times harder.
For sure, for sure. If you ever download a song and you don't know exactly what difficulty is, just hit play and pause it, and it'll tell you what it is. Or when you're downloading, it should tell you as well the difficulties you can select. This one's great, super fun. It's about, I think it's 7 3/4 notes per second on average. And you'll see that come up. Having a little bit more lag. We'll see how it goes. Oh. It's fine, everything's fine. It's not like lag, it's like stuttering. All right. Oh, it's fun. So it was okay. There's definitely like some stuttering on the earlier half of that song. And so it was making it hard to read if I was like on some of my note accuracy, which is very strange, but you know what? It was okay in the second half. We're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna get some water. Let's get a donation.
Sure, we have a $1,000 donation from Air Hadoken saying, it's been great to see rhythm game blocks at GDQ events recently, and Fu is just killing it with Beat Saber, and it's so fun to watch. Let's get that TASBot incentive. And actually,
you so much.
speaking of that, we're at 137,000 out of 200,000, and you all have been smashing this, so feel free to get those donations in if you want to see bonus any % warps on Link's Awakening.
That's like 10K more than last time I think we checked in, huh?
It was,
Also,
yeah.
remember that all these totals, you're gonna hear me yap on about this later when I'm hosting, but all of these totals are gonna also go toward the final bonus game in the marathon. It is a cumulative total to get Ocarina of Time All Dungeons, and that's by ZFG, and I'm gonna interview him too, and it's gonna be great. You definitely need to see it. All right, let's keep going. So this is an awesome Pokemon song. Again, we're in the higher range of speed as well. You'll notice that with these last few. Yeah, I'm still getting a little stuttering, but that's okay. As long as the game holds out. those songs that a couple months ago I would have been like, too fast. I don't like it. I didn't enjoy songs just for speed. But once you get the pattern down, you're like, okay, it's not so bad. All right. We have 2 more tracks, I believe. 2 more left for this showcase. Hope you all have been enjoying it so far. I've been having a blast. Regardless of any weird stuttering, everything's super fun, super fun. So we have 2 tracks up here at the top. Last 2 Undertale / Deltarune tracks for you all to listen to. Let's get a donation in.
Sure, we have a $20 donation from Alex is okay saying, these sword skills are impressive, but keep those things away from the fruit basket, okay?
I will do my best for sure. All right, this one, super fun. I'm keeping no fail on. These 2 I actually feel pretty confident with as well. Surprisingly enough, I don't know, maybe this one's too easy. We'll see. You all can let me know. I don't know, might be too easy, sorry. We forgot to warn them. Visuals. Anybody with sensitive eyes? You got it.
Sensitive to flashing lights, you might want to look away. I will let you know when it is good to look back. We apologize.
Ooh, that was distracting. Not you. It was when I started talking. Okay. If you all decide that you hate the default colors in the game and you want to mod them, you can absolutely set static backgrounds and static colors and things like that just for you if you want to mod this game too.
And you are good to look again if you are worried about potential seizures or other hazards of flashing lights. It's over.
Thank you. Before the final song, let's get in one more donation.
Sure, we have a $25 donation from Zat saying, gotta donate for this phenomenal Beat Saber exposition. Such a delight to see rhythm games on the GDQ stage, and this unique setup for the VR makes the whole thing look even cooler. Keep it up, Fruit Cup.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Whew, you know how a marathon goes. You're always nervous. It happens. But this has been a blast. Thank you all so much for spending time with me and checking out the showcase. Really appreciate it. There's some other amazing runs. I'll do this at the end. Let's do one more. Hang on. This is the fastest song that we're going to be doing. So, give it a these numbers here, it tells you like how many bombs, how many obstacles, things like that. How many notes in the song. This note right here is average notes per second. So this is going to be by far the fastest one that we do with 10.37 notes per second. Now, there are other songs that have like short sections that do seem like maybe just as fast or a little faster, but this one overall is a doozy. Super fun. Thank you all so much for being here. Also, good test of endurance, even though it's a really short song. Here we go. And that is when you get into higher level Beat Saber. Woo!
Well done, Fu. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. So let me take a snapshot of how you're feeling right now. So you just got to play Beat Saber in front of 120,000 people who loved it. You got tweeted at by Camellia multiple times, low-key jealous, and you broke the Beat Saber servers. How do you feel right now?
Pretty darn good, because this, I feel like I went into the showcase being like, this is not about me. This is about showing off what this game can do. And I didn't even scratch the surface in certain parts of it, like noodle maps or anything like that. Like, there's so much more in the modding community, and they've done such an amazing job. And I know that I'm not in that top 100 pros, and there's some amazing people for you to check out. Like, please go check out other super incredible Beat Saber streamers. Go interact with the modding community if you're interested in this game. There's just so much out there, and so I wanted to make it like showing that off for all of them, you know? So I really appreciate you all watching. This is so sweet. Thank you for the support and for being super like cheering me on and everything. It was great. It's great. I had a great time. Oh, and now I'm gonna get some water. All right, so I think that about wraps it up for me. I'm gonna hand it back off to the host, and I'll see you all later for some hosting myself. And please enjoy the rest of the marathon. Get those donations in for the Link's Awakening incentive and to unlock that last bonus game. So thank you all so much. Glad you enjoyed Beat Saber.
Amazing job, Fu. I don't know about you all, but I felt like I was burning calories just watching that. Such incredible skill. Thank you so much for that awesome showcase. I can tell you all were impressed because these donations have been flying in. Oh my goodness. We actually, wow, we just got a $10,000 donation from Pete and Al saying, this Beat Saber run is incredible. Here's a bunch of $100 bills, $100 bills. Thank you so very much for that generous donation. We also had a $250 donation from Lexer saying, I cannot fathom being this good at Beat Saber. Thank you for this amazing showcase. And AGDQ 2021 Online will return after a brief break, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 Online. My name is marphoria, and oh man, that Beat Saber showcase was so amazing. And it was so amazing. We still, like I said, we had so many donations coming during that segment. So I'll be reading some of these. We have, let's see, a $25 donation from the Squall Sing. This is the first donation I've been able to provide for AGDQ. Thanks, Kung Fu, for bringing us through Beat Saber. My brain can't handle this as a spectator, and that makes you even more amazing. Keep up the great work. Also, thanks to AGDQ for putting on an amazing week of content for a great cause. We also had $25 from Jace Longstrider saying, glad to see Beat Saber get some much needed attention at GDQ. Even happier to see those sick Kung Fu Fruit Cup moves slicing through these blocks. We had $25 from Trippy Spyra saying, I got my girlfriend a VR headset with Beat Saber for Christmas, and when I show her this VOD tonight, I know she's gonna become obsessed. Guess I better start figuring out how to mod the game now to prepare. Good luck in the show, Kung Fu Fruit Cup. Thank you, AGDQ, for this amazing week, and let's get to 2.5 million. We have $250 from Loaf saying, Foo's commentary is one of the things that got me into watching GDQ. It's awesome to see her running Beat Saber and bringing the same fun energy. We had $25 from Final Effects saying, so happy to see one of my favorite streamers, Foo, showcasing some incredible Beat Saber skills. We have $250 from Lanky saying, shout out to Beat Saber for keeping me in shape while stuck inside. Great run. Let's get to 2 million. We have an anonymous $1,000 donation saying, Beat Saber is the reason I have a VR headset, and it's amazing to see it played this skillfully. I agree. We have $150 from Colin and Rachel saying, Beat Saber is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Donating in honor of my second mom who recently just died from a form of leukemia. Way to go, Foo. Girl power. We have $250 from Loki and Fruit Bowl saying, my wife and I are blown away by Kung Fu Fruit Cup's exhibition of Beat Saber. This is definitely the most intense and physical display we've seen during one of these events. Amazing work during a great event. We had a $75 donation from Sarah and Phil saying, how is Kung Fu still standing? We're out of breath just looking at her. This is amazing. I agree. We have a $250 donation from JoJo Story saying, this Beat Saber showcase is amazing. Go Kung Fu Fruit Cup and let's get that Link's Awakening Tazbot run. And it looks like that we're ready to go to Scent with some prizes. So take it away, Scent.
I am happy to. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 Online. My name is Sent, and I hope you all did not just miss that wonderful Beat Saber showcase by Kungfufruitcup. That was something to watch. I still don't understand how you read charts in that game, but I love watching it. Thank you so much, Foo, for that. But with the start of Beat Saber, we actually entered into a whole new prize block. So there are a bunch of absolutely amazing prizes that you can donate to win from now until Super Orb Bros a little bit later tonight. So make sure to get those donations in. There are so many great ones. I believe a $50 minimum donation will get you into all of the prizes I am about to talk about right now if you want to just get it in. And while you're getting your donations in, make sure to get your donations in for that TAS incentive, the extra run of Link's Awakening. Like I've said before, Link's Awakening is a wonderfully broken game, and we are going to see a TAS of it that kind of follows some human constraints to a certain degree. But we have an additional bonus task lined up if we meet that incentive that is really going to show you just what a machine can do. You don't want to miss it. Let's talk about some of the prizes you could win if you donate to get that into the marathon, though. From Cute Monster Props, we have an absolutely lovely dragon coin. It's just like the dragon coin from Super Mario World. It's got, you know, the lovely Yoshi face on it. But on the flip side, you have Princess Peach's face from the stained glass photo of Peach in Super Mario 64 on the secret slide. You can see a great photo that has both sides of the coin over at Games Done Quick. Make sure to go check it out. It's only a $5 minimum donation. Only $5 minimum donation. Why wouldn't you get your donations in for that? It's super cool. From Puzzle P, we have two absolutely wonderful Puzzle P paintings here. So first off, we have this Rob the Robot task block painting. You've got Rob in the center of the painting, surrounded by a number of black and silver doodles that are just full of glitter, and I think there's some secret task words in there too. Love Puzzle P style. Love it when Puzzle P incorporates glitter into her style. As you can see in the reflection, very sparkly and shiny. Super cool painting. $10 minimum donation, as well as this lovely Beat Saber painting, also from Puzzle P, also a $10 minimum donation. I love this one because it's omnidirectional, because hey, in Beat Saber, yeah, you can hit the note down, you can hit the note left, you can hit the note up, you can hit the note right. Whatever way you want to hit the note, it's perfectly fine. That means I can't hold it incorrectly. Ha! Finally found one. But actually, it's just a beautiful painting. I really love Puzzle P's work. $10 minimum donation from now until the end of Super Orb Bros. Make sure to get those donations in. There are so many absolutely amazing prizes. You definitely need to head over to gamesdonequick.com and check them all out. From Professor Caton, we have a beautiful Link's Awakening DX bead canvas. It's mixed media. You have a print as the background, and then you have Link and a Chain Chomp perler on top of it from, the scene where Link takes the dog for a walk in the game. It's super cool. It comes framed. It's a $15 minimum donation. Shout outs to Professor Caton for sending that to us. It looks fantastic. And that's not all. There are plenty of great prizes. For $20 minimum donation from Sky Bergson, we have something really cool here. We have the Asylum Door from Dark Souls 1, the iconic Asylum Door, the starting area of the game, made entirely from wood. It's absolutely magnificent. It's a super cool reproduction. It comes framed in this lovely frame. It's a style I've never seen before. The detail on it is immaculate. You can see a wonderful picture of it over at gamesdonequick.com that gets up real close. It's just something else. It's a $20 minimum donation. Thank you so much, Sky, for sending it out to us. I absolutely love that. Let's see, what else do we have? We have so many more cool things. Also, for a $20 minimum donation from Gooey Keys, we have a custom Legend of Zelda themed mechanical keyboard. Let me just, got to get it out of the box here. There we go. As well as a spare Link keycap, a Lonk keycap for your escape key if you'd like. Let's just take a look at the keyboard in full here. It's a little difficult to see, but it's basically the map of Zelda 1 on a keyboard, and instead of an escape key, you get a little Lonk. It's absolutely adorable. I think it's a super cool idea. I don't think I've ever seen anyone, replace keycaps on an entire mechanical keyboard to make an art image before. Super cool idea. I'm a big fan of it. $20 minimum donation. That's all you got to donate for the keyboard and the extra Lonk keycap. $20 minimum donation. It could be yours. Thank you so much to Gooey Keys for sending that out to us. So many absolutely amazing prizes from an anonymous donor, very generous anonymous donor. We have a Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary enamel pin set. It's got pins of all the classic Mario characters. You can see a great picture of it over on our website. From another separate but equally generous anonymous donor, we have a Super Mario 35th anniversary Game & Watch. The Game & Watch, one of the original handhelds, one of the foundations of video games. You can get a wonderful collector's edition anniversary edition of it, and it's only a $15 minimum donation from now until the end of Orb Bros. Get those donations in. Let's make that task incentive happen. Let's raise some money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Now, there's more. Oh, of course there's more. Cent is not nearly out of prizes. We have from Nyla Ator, actually. Let's talk about this one real quick. That is the wrong button. That is the correct button. There we go. We have this absolutely beautiful perler of Mitch Flower Power's logo. And that is running until the end of Orb Bros tonight. It's on a canvas that features the opening screen of Super Mario Bros. 3. It looks fantastic. Keep in mind that is like 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet perler right there. That is something quite massive. So make sure to get those donations in for it. I believe it is a $25 minimum donation until the end of Super Orb Bros. Also, I believe a $25 minimum donation. We have a copy boxed of Super Mario All-Stars, the original Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo. We got it here. We got it complete in box for you. Also a $25 minimum donation. Thank you so much. There are so many amazing prizes. You have to go to gamesdonquick.com. You have to check out the tracker. You have to see them all and make sure to get those donations in. If you donate at least $50 before the finale, you'll be entered to win a one-of-a-kind GDQ banner. Our own in-house artist, LOK, the same person responsible for making all of those lovely dinosaurs you see on the break screen, draws up several designs for us every event featuring colorful characters from games in the marathon. We print them out as 6-foot-long banners, one of each. We send them out to winners, and I mean, that's all we do with the designs, really. So they really are one-of-a-kind pieces of GDQ memorabilia. You could have them for a $50 minimum donation. We also have a beautiful cross stitch of Link riding Epona, I believe. You can head over to the tracker, check out a great picture of that. But I can't talk about prizes without talking about our grand prize. Going to have to do it real quick because I think we are just about ready to go here. But we have two amazing grand prizes that I got to tell you about. For $250, cumulatively throughout the entire event, you'll get entered into both. And they are from our friends at Red Wolf Networks. We have this lovely gaming PC next to me. It's got beautiful RGB RAM that you can see flashing right there. It's got an RTX 3070 in it, an RTX 3070. That's so impossible to get right now. You got to trust me on that one. Huge shout outs to Red Wolf Network for somehow finding that card for us. It's also got 250 gig internal NAND SSD. It's got 32 gigs of RAM. It's got everything you need to have a wonderful machine. Make sure to check out the full specs over at gamesdonequick.com. And remember, it's a $250 cumulative donation throughout the marathon to get entry for. We also, from our good friends over at Heroic Replicas, have the ability for you to pick and customize one of their heroic replicas, including the Master Sword, Dark Link Sword, the Hylian Shield, a functional Zora electric guitar or bass, Ragnall Ike Sword from Fire Emblem, or even a 6-foot-long, 50-pound Buster Sword. Make sure to head over to Games Done Quick and check that out. And while you're there, you can check out all of the amazing speedruns that we have left in the marathon. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss a single minute of the action we have coming up tonight. And you can check out all of the amazing incentives we have for those runs. Incentives like that bonus task coming up at the end of Task Block if you all make it happen, and I believe that you can. But for now, let's throw it back to the front and get ready for everyone's favorite robot, Task Block.
Thank you so much, Scent. Everyone in the chat was in awe how you have a different lamp. Just how do you do it? For real, though, thank you so much for showing us those great prizes. Just wanted to let you know. Just wanted to let you all know we're at 166,000 out of the 200,000 for the bonus any percent warps for Tazbot's Link's Awakening run. We are so close, so keep those donations rolling in. And actually, speaking of donations, oh man, everyone is so excited for the Taz block. We have a $50 donation from Tiernan CP saying, let's see Taz tear up Link's Awakening. We have $25 from Prometheus saying, all hail Tazbot and Lamp. We have $250 from Beezing saying, have to donate for the Taz block Zelda. We have $25 from Shanti saying, amazing speedruns. Let's see that Tazbot work. We have a $25 donation from A Moth in the Daylight saying, I've already donated this GDQ, but holy buckets, I'm so in awe of Kungfufruitcup and her Beat Saber run. My hero. We also have